1.
Incorporate the classic tense, precise, and perspective-shifting platforming that we all fell in love with. And then, we wanted to introduce exciting new elements that we can't wait to show you today. Let's start with Insanity Beach. This is where Crash's adventure first started, and where we pick things up again in Crash 4. But there have definitely been changes since we first saw Insanity Beach all those years ago. And throughout Crash 4, you'll see those changes to our gameplay and even our art style. Our art teams wanted to take inspiration from not just the original games, but the animated cartoons that inspired those original games, all while also delivering bigger, more awe-inspiring dimensions to explore. Throughout Crash 4, you'll see wide-open new vistas, new character models, and lots of expressive animations. And with all of that also comes new additions to the platforming, like having the ability to wall run, rope swing, rail grind, and zipline as well. In the original trilogy, specifically Crash Warped, there were certain moments in the game where Crash would change outfits. Think Crash wearing a biker jacket when riding a motorcycle. That seemed like a natural area for us to expand upon. So we have loaded the game with tons of awesome skins that you can earn and wear throughout the game. These skins are totally cosmetic and a fun way to express yourself while playing the game. And just to be clear, there's no MTX here. Skins are earned by completing different challenges and earning gems within levels. Crash 4 also introduces the Quantum Masks, the powerful protectors of time and space. Crash and Coco will need their assistance throughout the game to tackle the crazy challenges that we're going to be throwing at the player. Whether it's Ika Ika, who gives you the ability to instantly flip your center of gravity at the press of a button, Kapunawa, who allows you to slow down the world around you, or Lani Loli, who allows you to phase shift elements in and out of existence. Bending the rules of reality and altering your environment with these new masks is a must. We also can't wait to talk to you about the fourth mask, Akano, but that's gonna have to wait for another day. What we can tell you today, though, is that Crash isn't the only character you get to take control of during this adventure. For starters, you can play the entire game as Coco. Any level that you can play as Crash, you can also play as Coco. It was also very important for us that she take a more prominent role in the story this time as well. But that's not all. We've got a few other characters that you'll get to control at key points in the adventure, so that they can provide their own fresh perspectives and new gameplay. Here you can see that you'll be taking control of Neo Cortex. He's all about using his blaster to change an enemy in his path. In addition to playing as Cortex, we're excited to reveal that for the first time, you'll also get to tail slap your way through crates as Dingodile. I repeat, you get to play as Dingodile in Crash 4. And a lot has changed in the years since we last saw Dingodile. In fact, he hung up his old flamethrower rocket launcher combo when he decided to retire from a life of villainy and open a diner. Unfortunately for Dingo, fortunately for us, his adventure begins by witnessing the destruction of said beloved diner and getting sucked into another dimension. Finally, there's one more surprise I'm incredibly excited to show you today. The Crash Bandicoot series has always been about finding new and exciting ways to play through the game. In the past, it's been about taking on time trials or discovering all the hidden secrets. Well, for Crash 4, we wanted to bring something brand new to the table, so we teamed up with our friends at Beanox to create a brand new style of play for Crash 4 that we call Inverted Mode. It's our souped-up, bumpa-berry-fueled take on a mirror mode. Not only are perspective shifted, but now each of the dimensions are rendered in a new and unique art style that really changes the look and feel of the experience. One dimension could be asking you to traverse through a neon wasteland, while another tasks players with spinning paint all over the environment to see their path forward. We've even got one that feels like an old-timey movie, with the overcranked camera speed increasing the actual speed of gameplay as well. Once unlocked, players can replay all the game's levels with a totally new and dynamic look and feel. It's an incredibly fun feature that is going to give every player, especially the completionists out there, a reason to revisit each level again to see what new and exciting experiences in store for them. So that's some of the new stuff that we have in store for you in Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. Experience the space and time-bending madness on October 2nd.
Today's State of Play is loaded with third-party updates for PS4 and PSVR, and some new PS5 gameplay too. We open the show with an all-new look at Crash 4, It's About Time, coming to PlayStation 4 on October 2nd. Now let's keep the party going with the latest from IO Interactive.
I think I was muted. Should be back now.
Besides, this is your big day. You should mingle, have fun.
Oh, don't worry about that.
But yeah, we're getting started a little bit late today. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to set up initially. We got Kill Glinka in the chat. What's up? Thanks for the follow.
Welcome to the Spelunky Boys stream.
Get some Hitman action here. Play the entire world of assassinations. Okay, that was just a teaser apparently. It's kind of hoping for a little bit more, like some gameplay. I'm not really feeling this game though. I'm not really feeling this one. But these are just not really my like art styles, you know what I mean? Still waiting for some more VR games.
We are happy to announce Braid Anniversary Edition. It's the classic puzzle adventure where you manipulate time, hand repainted for modern, high resolutions.
Many areas have been re-envisioned to make them more unique, and it's even more like a living painting with brushstrokes animating the world. There are more than 9 pixels for each pixel in the original game. There are new animations for smoother motion,
Improved sound and music to enhance the mood, and many hours of developer commentary and interviews on subjects like puzzle design, programming, and visual art.
We plan to make it the most detailed commentary in any game ever. So if you want to learn how video games are made, Braid Anniversary Edition will be a really good resource.
We hope you'll enjoy the game when it comes out early next year.
I'll probably pass. How's everyone's Thursday apparently?
The Pathless is a mythic adventure set on a mystical island. Let's take a quick tour in this new footage captured from PS5.
Hi everyone, this is Matt Nava from Giant Squid. I'm excited to share more with you today about our upcoming game, The Pathless. The Pathless is an open-world, mythic adventure game set in a vast forest. You play as the Hunter,
Got that cell shade. A lot of games are doing that
Hunter is a
nowadays.
master of
They're just
archery.
cell shading everything.
She
I
can
mean,
shoot
it's a very
talismans
pretty,
to fill her dash meter,
you
which
know,
allows
art
her to
style.
bound across the landscape.
but I don't know. In a way, I'm kind of over it. I don't know.
Fluid, dynamic movement is at the core of the Pathless.
I guess it depends on the
So the
gameplay,
game's
but I want to
unique
continue
take on
playing it or
archery
not.
is all about timing, not aiming down sights. This design was critical to making it possible to shoot even while moving fast and performing acrobatic maneuvers. You instantly feel as skilled as the hunter herself. With help from the eagle, you can even fly. The bond between the hunter and the eagle is central in the Pathless. You can gain altitude while you glide by flapping.
It's very pretty though. I'm not gonna, you know. Even though I'm over it, you can't deny how pretty it looks. Is this a VR game though?
Make sure you pet the eagle to keep it clean and in good flying condition.
You gotta keep it clean. Can't be dirty. Too dirty.
You'll find secrets all over the island, if you know where to look. Collecting crystals will let you upgrade the eagle's ability to flap. You'll also discover larger puzzles to solve in ancient structures.
That's pretty cool. I'm not very big on puzzle games though. Quite frankly, I'm not that good at them, so that's why I don't like them.
The Pathless is all about finding your own way forward. So unlike most open world games, there's no map. Instead,
No
the
map.
hunter can use
No
their
help.
pass to peer into the spirit world
Good luck.
and discover distant landmarks. It even shows you where you've been. Getting to higher vantage points will let you see further with spirit vision. Giant cursed spirits, the source of the darkness, will pose a constant threat to you on your quest. They will try to separate you from the eagle.
Eagle separated. It's evil force with multiple legs. I have a feeling that this state of play is probably not going to be as good as the first state of plays that they had, but I don't know.
Stay
We can't.
still in the light to avoid detection.
They still have more gameplay or or more games to show, so I feel like this showcase is more like indie games slash. I'm assuming that what the news article was saying is it'd be like kind of like VR more focused. But I haven't seen any VR games yet.
You won't be able to take on the cursed spirits until you've returned light to the obelisks.
If this is a multiplayer game, it would be kind of maybe fun to play with like Riven.
When the
Oh,
obelisks are
obviously
restored,
Riven's not here if you
the
haven't
cursed
figured that
spirits
out.
will be vulnerable.
He's
Chase them
currently
down
at
to
work
the
right now,
forest to corner them in a dramatic final battle.
and I'm using my lunch break right now to record this, pretty much. I like the music though. The music's good. Gets you pumped. Nice. Get him. Get him. How many legs does he have? What is that? 6 legs? Yeah. I think. Well, actually, you might have 8 legs. I don't know why that's fascinating to me. Obviously, at the end of this video,
We'll
I'll
have
do
to
a
defeat the
breakdown
cursed
of
spirits to
a
bring
brief
light back
breakdown
to
of
the
this.
world.
But something I mentioned at the very beginning when my mic was muted.
hope you've enjoyed this
We're gonna be doing a
overview
full
of the
breakdown of
Pathless.
this for me and
Only
Riven
scratched the surface.
later
There's
this
so much more to
weekend.
explore
We're not sure
and
when.
discover.
There might be a conflict with
Pathless is
scheduling,
coming out later
but we'll
this
try to
year.
make it work somehow.
Thanks for watching.
That's the one thing I sucked about like updating certain softwares. I have to like it goes back to default in the sounds, so I have to like make sure I check that every time I update my software. It's kind of annoying. That's the one con I have with the voice mod, but
Next up, let's see what's in store for Spelunky 2.
Spelunky.
Hi, my name is Derek Yu. And
Another
I'm the
indie
creator of
title.
Spelunky.
So this feels like an indie conference then really.
For Spelunky 2, I wanted to make sure we made something that got old fans excited and also brought in new players. It was important we didn't change the things that made Spelunky.
I mean, the only one that wasn't indie was the Crash Bandicoot one. To kind of start out
so
with.
many people became fans of the game through their friends and family.
I mean, Spelunky,
Even
I don't feel like
strangers
it's
on the
indie
internet.
per se now.
That's
I
one
think.
reason why we're adding online multiplayer.
I don't know.
So that more
'Cause I've
people
heard it
can play the
before.
game together. And I also wanted to include that feeling of community.
When I
in
mean by
Spelunky
indie,
2
I mean
itself
like
to make sure that the game felt
like a brand new
welcoming,
IP
even though
that
it's
no one
difficult.
has heard of.
In Spelunky 2,
Whereas
when you
this
do
one
runs
is
to
like,
discover new characters, you'll
I
also
don't know.
be building
Everyone
an
heard of
in-game
Spelunky.
community and family. I designed the world of Spelunky 2 to feel much more rich and dynamic than Spelunky 1.
They should make Bomber back.
Full.
Ooh,
Players will be able to explore and interact with it. in
that reminds me of
lots
like
new ways.
Bomberman. They should bring that back.
For example, you'll be able
Who
to
owns
ride
that IP?
turkeys
Does anyone know?
and find hidden passageways. And you'll have to choose between branching paths as you make your way deeper into the caves. As a result, the stories players create will have much more texture to them. Even after many, many hours of playing, I still have
Many
interesting
hours.
runs that don't even go past the first area. In Spelunky 1, runs often centered around the shops and how you chose to interact with them. So in Spelunky 2, we've expanded the shopping experience and made them more nuanced and exciting. And also added new
Konami, of
characters
course.
that can help
Yeah,
you or
that
hinder
makes
you.
sense.
Given how amazing the Spelunky community is, it's hard to say how long it will take to find the deepest secrets. But I think the great thing about Spelunky is that the deepest secrets are the ones that even I don't know about.
What? How would you
And
not
there
know
are
about
lots
it?
of new things
You
to
made the
play with
game.
that I hope players can use to push past the boundaries of what we, as the developers, know about the game.
Make all
I
kinds
have
of
two types
pugs.
of favorite stories from Spelunky fans. First are when people are genuinely. These are the stories I wanted
Did
to
they
expand
just
upon in Spelunky 2.
Refresh
They
or
really what
something?
guided my design choices. After releasing Spelunky, I knew there was a lot more that could be done with the concept and the world. Knowing that possibility was out there is what's been exciting for me and the rest of the team. In a lot of ways, when Spelunky 2 comes out, I want players to experience what we experienced making it. That feeling that there's something special there waiting for you to discover it. A big thanks to the fans who've waited
This is
patiently for
multiplayer,
us to
isn't it?
finish Spelunky 2.
I guess it'll be a fun game to
It's been a
play
long
with
journey,
friends, I
but
would imagine.
I think it's gonna be worth it. Thanks.
But woo, he died, and he got through. Wow, he is getting abused. Still a pass for me. Not really feeling it.
We've got a bunch of new PS4 updates to share with you, starting with a closer look at Genshin Impact.
Okay, some Japanese RPG, I think. My gosh, she's so kawaii.
Over there. Come on, let's take a look.
I don't know. I'm a what is it called? Soft for like JRPGs. Sometimes they're like terrible. Not gonna lie, but I still enjoy it for the most part.
I summon
And your character's so cute looking. Why do you not like them? Because they have the like the tails like look. It might be the same developer, I would imagine, or at least they have the same stylus.
I deal in death. If you cannot bring yourself to kill, speak my name.
What is this disturbance?
Oh, I forgot to make my my notepad.
Huh? Think you can get away?
Alright.
Time for takeoff.
So we had Crash 4. What game after that? Genshin Impact. We had Spelunky. I forget what was it for Spelunky.
For the Void Armada. Gods have squealed for my mercies. Who are you to stand in the way of my vengeance?
Is this Genshin or a different game?
This ambition of yours, what a waste of stardust. Go all out or go home, Emperor.
I like the music. It's kind of like a 80s feel to it.
I am eternal.
I'm not done yet.
You should have remained dead.
Oh, Pathless was before Spelunky. Oh yeah, Braid as well. Forgot about that. It's like a cyberpunk side-scroller? In a way, it's kind of nice that games are not like so focused like next-gen graphics, but more on the gameplay aspect of it. If the gameplay is good, and so they're not focusing on like graphics, frames per second, and all that. As long as the characters are good, story is good, gameplay is good, and in a way we were kind of complaining about that before, how we weren't getting. It was people focusing too much on the graphics and not too much on the gameplay. So it's nice that's kind of coming back. So now they're focusing more on the gameplay aspect, but now they're kind of like setting aside, is that Mutation?
It's time to talk Bugsnax. Let's check out some gameplay footage.
Ooh,
captured from PS5.
Bugsnax.
My invitation is open. Come join me on the island of Bugsnax.
Oh, they oh.
Wow.
They were gonna play the song.
Lead? Another monster hunt? Elizabeth Megafig is a two-bit con artist. Don't tell me you actually believe this half-baked nonsense. I swear, if you chase this Bugsnax story, you're out of a job.
You're the journalist. Lisbeth said you'd be coming. There's a Bugsnax right over there. Do me a favor and take my snack track.
Oh, this is gameplay on Bugsnax.
Stranger, I could use your help. This bunger goes wild for ketchup. Use it to lead the bunger over yonder.
Over yonder?
I want you.
Last time I heard of that was from
to find
Final
out
Fantasy
what my
X.
favorite Bugsnax is. And feed it to me, obs.
How's my little sprout doing? He misses Papa.
Bugsnax.
Of course he does. Well, I have a few prototype traps that I could put to use.
You're pretty good at stuff, and nobody hates you yet. And bring
What?
everybody back to Snacksburg.
Nobody hates you. Why? That's not fair.
Well, say you do find these Bugsnax and make it back alive. You just might keep your job. Now get going and try not to fall off a cliff.
I want to hear a full Bugsnax song.
There's a lot more in store. Let's start with an update on an eagerly awaited PlayStation VR game.
Ooh, now we're getting to VR. Okay. Ooh, Star Wars. This actually might be kind of cool.
You must stop Vader. I don't understand why you never mentioned that you had the Force.
This actually might be cool. But I'm afraid it might be like very short though. That's what I hate about the VR game sometimes. Like it's more of like an experience than an actual like legit game. Vader Immortal. Okay. Oh, that comes out pretty soon. This month actually.
Whatever you do, stay in the light.
505 Games presents Remedy Entertainment.
Remedy Entertainment.
Hey, what's up? Got MC Positive in the chat. Welcome to the stream, man. Do some live reactions. If you're new to the stream, be sure to give us a quick follow, man. Control, that's right. I was thinking what the name of the game was. Expansion 2. Aw. Okay. Victory! Auto chess? Okay. Rivet might like it because he plays chess? I don't know. Okay. Like a puzzle game? I guess? Still not really for me though. PlayStation. The Pedestrian, okay.
Now let's take a look at 2 new games headed to PS5.
We are the forest shadows. Ghosts. Running
Of Tsushima.
silently between the straight, cold lines of a corrupt state.
Quieten down, don't shed a tear.
They count, ration, manipulate.
Looks interesting. Is this Dark Souls or
They've taken
Demon Souls?
from those they claim to protect. Authority and steel will not stop us. We aren't an
Music's getting hype.
army. We are wraiths. We bypass defenses and strike at the heart.
Trying to figure out what this game is. Well, they say it's a new game, so maybe it's a new IP. It has assassins or some sort.
take back what was stolen.
When the hoods both fly
And the people call us heroes.
from the dead.
From the dead.
To others, we are rivals.
What is this game? I mean, it looks cool. It looks interesting. We get like a couple of seconds of gameplay there.
We are
Hood.
all outlaws.
Outlaws and Legends.
But some of us will become
Legends.
When hoods both fly.
So it's a PS5 game. Okay. Okay, I'm kind of feeling it, but at the same time, not feeling it. I don't know. I have to see more gameplay on it, honestly. But it kind of feels like it's like an Assassin's Creed style gameplay. I appreciate them like showing indie games, but I think we need to kind of pick up the pace a little bit here, Sony. Come on, PlayStation. This is Pokemon? It was like Pokemon. I mean, graphics exactly like it. Exploring together. But it's like an MMO Pokemon game? Oh my god, he evolved! This is pretty much what this is. Temtem? Okay, sure.
Before we wrap up, let's take a tour.
Wrap up? What do you mean? You mean
We've
at...
got new PS5 gameplay for this melee-focused action epic launching.
Are you almost done? Gearbox. Okay. This is a Godfall. Yeah, I knew it. What the hell? Combat overview. This feels like a very weak presentation.
Hello, my name is Keith Lee, and I am the game director for Godfall. On behalf of Counterplay Games, we are very excited to share gameplay with you today and to offer you a glimpse into the mystical world.
That's what people were wondering about, because the last time he showed Godfall was like
captured on a PlayStation 5 development kit. Please keep in mind that the game is still a work in progress, and some things may change from the final product.
Yeah, I like that. I like that transparency,
Learn
though.
and harness the
Thanks for
power
saying
of
that.
Sony's next generation console. Please enjoy.
Alright, let's check it out.
So let's jump right into what Godfall is. Godfall is a looter slasher that features intense action.
It looks very good, though.
satisfying
I'm actually excited by
moment-to-moment
this one.
Combat and robust loot progression systems. You can enjoy the game at your own pace, playing alone, or through online co-op with up to 2 additional teammates. Godfall is set in a brand new high fantasy universe filled with heroic knights, arcane magic, and forbidden realms. The world is split up into the elemental realms of earth, water, air, and fire. Godfall is a complete package. All loot and gear in the game are acquired or unlocked through gameplay.
That's
There are
good.
no microtransactions.
Okay.
No waiting for content. It's all in the game on day one.
Nice. That's a
As you
positive.
adventure, you'll get to tear through enemies to challenge a mad god who awaits you at the top. You play a Valorian knight, a godlike warrior able to equip valor
With fantastic
with
hair.
legendary armor sets that transform you into an unstoppable master of melee combat. Throughout your journey, you'll find ancient
If this is the last
battlefields
one,
lost in
it'll
time,
be very
each
weak.
with their own characteristics and long history.
But we kind of already knew that from the get-go, but
Now
still.
let's talk about gameplay in Godfall. First, our team wanted to do something different. We wanted to combine action RPG loot progression with third-person melee combat to create what we think is a looter slasher. Our game is therefore one part gear-driven and one part player skill-driven. In other words, not only do we want you to find exquisite weapons with powerful loot traits, but we also want you to have that feeling of accomplishment for mastering the wide set of combat mechanics available to you in Godfall. From a combat philosophy perspective, the melee combat in Godfall is intended to be fluid, dynamic, and interactive, embracing offense over defense.
I mean, so far I'm not
More
really
often than
wowed
not,
by
you'll
the
be facing
gameplay,
multiple
to be honest with you.
enemies at the same time. As a result, you should always be moving and closing the gap on enemies.
I wonder what the difficulty is
you
like. If
dominate
it's
the
like
combat
a
space, not
Demon
the
Souls
enemies,
or
and the
Dark
game
Souls
rewards you for
difficulty,
being
or is it,
aggressive.
you know,
Now that you're familiar with the combat philosophy,
easier, or you could
let's dig
change your
into the
difficulty?
weapons themselves. In Godfall, there are 5 weapon classes: the longsword, the dual blades,
Nice. That's probably gonna be me.
the polearm, the two-handed warhammer,
Ooh, that looks pretty cool too.
and the two-handed greatsword.
Oh yeah, that's definitely me.
Each weapon class has their own unique movesets and playstyles, ranging from fast combos to more strategic, deliberate.
Can you switch
play.
between classes, or are you gonna choose one
As
class?
you defeat enemies in your
I'm not sure if that was mentioned.
You will acquire numerous weapons for each weapon category, each weapon with their own primary and secondary traits. At a later date, we will delve into the weapon classes and how to modify them in greater detail. For now, we'll go over the dual blades and the longsword weapon classes.
So there's gonna be another
The dual blades are
another
the fastest
conference
weapon class
talking
in
about the other
Godfall,
two classes.
embodying speed, fluidity, and mobility. The dual blades are exceptional against soft, unarmored targets or single targets. You can perform a combo by executing 4 consecutive light attacks. The dual blades heavy attack is a spinning blade cyclone. The blade cyclone can also be used as a finisher at the end of your light attack combo. So what are the signature moves for the dual blades? As you build up charge, you can also activate Inner Focus, which is unique to the dual blades, which inflicts massive damage in a short period of time. There's
Okay.
also Mortal
So a little
Coil,
more quick
where you
pace,
can
which
throw
I
your
like.
blade into an enemy, pulling the enemy towards you. Like
Damn, look at that combo.
Now let's switch to the longsword weapon class. Longswords are balanced weapons, embodying crisp damage and simple cooldowns without needing a lot of elaborate combo setups. Similar to dual blades, longswords have their own 4-hit light attack combo. Then there's the heavy attack finisher, which can be used at the end of your light attack combo. There are 3 signature moves for the longsword class. There's Spectral Flurry, which cannot be interrupted and deals high damage to multiple nearby targets. Then there's Spiral Technique.
I feel like
which
after a
eviscerates
while,
all
just
enemies
me
in a
my
straight
personal opinion.
fixed
I think
path.
after a while, the
Notice
gameplay
there's
will
a
be
white
kind of boring
flash
because
after a
this
longsword
is a
swing
slasher
called a
game. You know what I
timing
mean?
attack. If you press the shield
It'll get
button
too repetitive.
exactly at the same time, you'll perform a devastating shield uppercut with your longsword. The shield is a core part of Godfall.
I'm curious to see what they're gonna do
It's
to like
available to you
make the
throughout the
repetitive
entire
gameplay
game.
interesting
You can
for
always
the long
block
hold.
incoming attacks with your shield. If you press the shield button at the right time, you can also parry an attack. You can perform a light attack after a last-second shield block to counterattack with a powerful shield strike. The shield is great not just for defense,
But also offense.
You can
Of
aim
course.
and throw your shield, which will hit multiple nearby targets. If you tap the shield button just as you catch your shield, you can perform a powerful wave attack. You can double tap the shield button to petrify enemies. And of course, you can perform an R3 ground finisher on enemies that were knocked down to the ground.
Okay. Oh, boss time. It's a boss time. Now these are probably gonna be crazy to defeat. Very nice. Oh! Oh, watch out! Nice, you can like actually like kind of swift to him. Oh! I like the reflection on the ground there. Nice little added detail. The graphics aren't terrible. Obviously, we're only showing this in 1080p, so I'm pretty sure in
we hope you enjoyed our
with the
first
upscale
walkthrough
graphics with
video
the
of Godfall
PS5 it would be
running on
much
the
better.
PlayStation 5. We also want to thank all the fans for their endless support since our initial reveal back in December. We have a few more surprises coming down the road, such as details on loot and progression, and are eager to share more with you on our way to launch this holiday season. We hope that you will join
So
our
it's
Godfall
definitely a launch
community
title.
on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Thank you.
I wonder if that's it for the conference though. Is that really it? They mentioned closing up. Did? PlayStation.
That's a wrap.
Yeah,
Enjoy
damn,
this
that's
peek into
it.
The future of PlayStation.
Wow.
See you next time.
That was a short one. That was more like a That wasn't really a state of play. It was like a summary play. Wow. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. 1 second, guys. All right, I guess we'll flip over and do a little quick synopsis of what we saw. But like I mentioned before, we will be doing a full breakdown of this with me and Riven. I've seen it myself, but Riven will be added to this as well. All right, so that pretty much includes there. Let me go ahead and remove that box. Okay, there we go. But yeah, let's kind of do a quick synopsis of what we saw. Obviously, there isn't much to discuss, but let me see. I want to double check, make sure I didn't miss any games, because it did start a little bit late. Obviously, I was coming in from work during my lunch break to kind of record this for you guys. Let's see, where is my? Got way too many windows. Let's refresh this page. Okay, so first up is Crash Bandicoot 4. Okay. Oh yeah, Hitman. I forgot about that one. All right, Hitman. All right. So okay, the first one was Crash Bandicoot. We knew that was coming. That it wasn't announced in the first state of plays, I think. But I think like a few days later, a trailer came out for it. What's up, man? We got BBO72. BBO72.
Welcome to the Scully stream.
Be sure to give me a quick follow, man, before you go. If you want to lurk, always appreciate it. But yeah, like what is it called? Yeah, Crash Bandicoot 4 was talked about first. It's about time. It's going to be a sequel to what we found out originally from the other games that if you play the I guess the remastered version. It looks pretty similar to what we saw there. Sweet.
Thank you for the follow, BBO72.
All right, cool beans. Yeah, so yeah, if you ever played the Insane trilogy, it looks exactly like that. I really don't see like difference there, unfortunately. So it feels pretty basic, honestly. Not gonna lie. They mentioned a few cool features like the inverted stuff and how you go into a world where it's like completely white and you have to color the world to like make sure you don't fall into like water or whatever the case is. Yeah. But apart from that, not much has been different. It's probably still gonna be a fun game, especially if you like the Crash Bandicoot games. But for the most part, like it was pretty basic for the most part. Then they rolled into Hitman 3, which is like a teaser that's coming out for the PS4 and PS5. We see a level in action. Yeah, that was pretty much it. It was like literally like 10 seconds. Can I play Robux? I actually don't have that game. I think you're the first one who suggested it. So if I do get into more recommendations for it, I'll definitely check it out, man. And then after Hitman, they talked about Braid Anniversary. I never played the first Braid, but I guess it came out a while ago and they remastered it. It wasn't really my thing. Then they rolled into Pathless. It's a PS5 show. First show in the PS5 showcase back in June. Says here you play as a hunter in open world archery. Oh yeah, the archery game. That was it looked cool. It had that cell shading graphics. It looks pretty interesting, but it wasn't really my thing as well. I don't know. Maybe if I play it, I'll have a different tune for it. But for the most part, it just looks gorgeous. Obviously, if you love that cell shade, Breath of the Wild like style graphics, you probably enjoy that. The gameplay it wasn't like super fast paced, but I guess if you're like zooming through the worlds, it could be pretty fast paced. Some of the boss you encountered, like that 8-legged creature, that was kind of interesting for the most part. You're battling that. We're looking to the next one, Spelunky 2. I never played the first one, but a lot of hardcore fans are probably excited from that beloved series. It features some online multiplayer, which is pretty cool, but it's pretty much it. I don't want to go too much in detail with games I haven't really played. The next trailer they showed was Genshin Impact. That looks pretty cool. Like obviously, me personally, I love RPG games, and if it's an open world RPG, then I'll definitely be interested in it. But for the most part, it looks it looks okay. I wanted to see more of it, but obviously we'll get into more detail with that as more gameplay comes out. The next one after that was Aeon Must Die. It's a 2D fighting game from Focus Home Interactives. It was pretty short. People thought it was going to be a Warhammer 40,000 theme game, but no, it definitely wasn't. After that was a 2D game called Anno Mutationem. I'm probably butchered that. Anyway, but obviously, before I forget, all the stuff I talked about, all the trailers, will be in the description in the YouTube replays. So if you want to see more of the trailers, I will have that linked in the description. But for now, we're just gonna kind of briefly talk about it. After that, they had Bugsnax. They didn't play the theme song though. I was pretty upset about that. We got Nash Bill in the chat. Welcome, man. Welcome to the stream.
Welcome to the Stubby Boy stream.
All right. And the one VR game they showed, I think, that was actually kind of interesting was the Vader Immortal game that was being shown off. It apparently comes out on the 25th of this month. The one thing I'm scared about with that game is it feels like it's more like an experience than actually a full-fledged out game. I would thank you for the follow, man.
Thank you for the follow.
But as I mentioned, I'll have the me and Riven, my co-commentator, we're gonna be doing a full breakdown of this and a later video on YouTube. But for the most part, I'm just doing kind of like a synopsis of what we saw from the state of plays that we just witnessed. But going back to the Vader Immortal game, it looks cool. Obviously, it features more of the dark side, like the dark powers, the light and dark forces. But for the most part, it was it feels like it'll be a linear game. Like I said, more of an experience-based game. If it's a cheap game, maybe like $30, maybe I'll pick it up, or free. You know, free is always good. We got Yoko in a chat. Welcome to the stream, man.
You're with friends.
Welcome to the Stubby Boy stream.
Wouldn't it be nice to have a playlist?
And of course, there's going to be ads playing. Mute that for a second. But yeah, so that's the only one that was kind of potential for me is the VR game. But we'll see how that goes in the future. Rolling into the next one was a Control DLC from Remedy. Those who played like Alan Wake, you'd probably be familiar with this. Kind of had like a little feature there. Almost like a Stephen King-esque horror style even. But we'll see how that goes. The next one after that was Auto Chess. I wasn't really feeling that one. Can you two speak? You talking about with Riven? Yeah, Riven is currently not with me. He's currently at work, but we normally do like a dual commentary with me and him. Later tonight or tomorrow morning maybe, we'll be doing a full breakdown of the state of plays. And Friday night we'll be live streaming some Final Fantasy 14 right here on this channel. So if you guys like that, be sure to give us a follow. Oh, German. Ooh, no, I do not. I do not, my friend. I visited Germany. Like, I was actually in the UK for 4 years, and I visited parts of Europe and, you know, obviously the UK. So that was fun, but I never got a chance to like learn any languages while I was over there, unfortunately. After Auto Chess was the Pedestrian game. This was like a 2D platformer game. This was kind of interesting. But oh, we got a couple of new follows. Thank you so much for the follow, guys.
Yoko and Thanos. Thank you for the follow.
How do you live, or how do I go live, or how do I like live? Can you like specify exactly what you mean by that? But yeah, this Pedestrian game, it was interesting. Like it featured like a stick figured character, and you have to like navigate it through these different maps. It looks interesting. I kind of wish it was like maybe multiplayer, so maybe you could play with a friend. That'll probably be more entertaining to watch. Next game that showed was oh, where do I live? Is probably what you're asking, Nash. I live in Las Vegas, in the U.S. Yeah, the next one was Hood Outlaws and Legends. This is kind of interesting. They didn't really show much of it. It kind of felt like a Dark Souls feel to it. It had that obviously medieval look. But I don't know. They didn't really show much gameplay, so I'm kind of skeptical on that one at the moment. The next one was Temtem, which is like pretty much like a Pokemon game for like a PC Pokemon game. Comes out for the PS5 in 2021, but literally it's an MMO Pokemon game. You basically capture these creatures, train them up, battle with friends. I don't know, but it was pretty much like Pokemon. And obviously they finished off with Godfall, like that we just saw. Another looter slasher game. The graphics looks interesting. It doesn't feel like it's next gen though. Like obviously we're not playing the full 4K, so it might be better. Turn on the music now. But it looks interesting for the most part. But we have to wait for more. Apparently there's gonna be more data on Godfall, where you talk about the loot progression and all that. It might be another state of plays. But I guess the kind of wrapping this up right now, the entire conference for state of plays, I wasn't really feeling it. I was like, state of plays, it's like it was definitely a lot weaker than the last state of plays for sure. Obviously the first state of plays, they actually showcased what the console looks like. This one was more about like more indie games. They had one VR game, because I read an article saying that there were going to be more VR focus, but I only saw one VR game, so I don't know. I guess there was a false rumor. But regardless, it was nice that they were showing some indie games. You know, because obviously indie games, you know, need some love and attention too. It's not all about AAA games. So that's always appreciated. And as I mentioned before, in an actual trailer or the actual showcase, it was nice to kind of going back to the original, where it was more gameplay focus versus graphics and frames per second focus. But see how that goes. Am I muted again? Okay. Okay, I'm fine. But yeah, that was one thing that was like a big con for me. Is that definitely weaker. But and the big controversy going into this is like obviously they didn't show when the console's coming out. They didn't show how much the price is going to be for the console. But my thing is though, they're probably going to wait until Xbox Series X is announced in terms of like when it's coming out and how much it's going to be before they announce their price. That's typically their strategy with Sony. And I guess we'll have to see. I don't know. What do you guys think? How much do you think the PlayStation 5 is going to be? Is there any games that you saw from the conference that you actually were interested in? But yeah, apart from this particular conference, the only one that was really interesting really was the Vader game. But I'm kind of hesitant on it because it might be more of an experience game. Of course, Godfall, but I'm kind of worried about the repetition and how boring it will be after playing like a slasher game for a long period of time to keep me interested. The other one that was kind of interesting was the Hood Outlaws and Legends, but there was some gameplay shown at the end, but I kind of wish I want to see more of it. I want to, and there was no release date on that one, so I'm thinking that's going to be sometime like later in 2021. And I think that was it. But Bugsnax only because I don't know, it looks interesting, but definitely something that I'll probably pick up if it's on sale or free on the PSN. And I think that's pretty much it. I'm going to head and conclude here for now. As I mentioned before, me and my co-commentating buddy Riven, we're going to be doing a full breakdown video of this probably later. I'm not sure when we're going to release the video, maybe tomorrow or Saturday, which will be a breakdown video. We're also going to be trying to do, I'm also going to try to do a recording of the Stully News episode for our YouTube channel. So that hopefully should be live Friday. And of course, Friday night, we're going to be doing Final Fantasy XIV online with two of our other friends. But that's pretty much it. Thanks for all the tune in. Thanks for those who followed as well. All the new followers. Obviously, if you guys want to see more of this content and you haven't already done so, be sure to give us that quick follow. Give us that lurk. I always appreciate just to chat with us and all that good stuff. But that is all I got. So we'll see you in the next video. Till next time. This is one half of the Tag Team Champions, the Stully Boys, signing out. Alright, laters.
Thanks for watching.